Hello everyone, Rurikhan here with the Wildcards, bringing you another episode of the Rurikhan Show. And today we've got a lot to discuss, so let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, always remember that the only comments featured on this show are either comments from Rurikhan.com or Wildcards.tv. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it regarding disclaimers, so let's just get right on to the content itself, shall we? So I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I mean, in fact, I'm considering probably splitting the show up into two sections because it's gonna be way too fucking big to consume in one sitting. At least I hope so. Who knows? Anyway, as you can see, I switched up the aspect of the show once again. It's basically because the way that I was doing the show on the last episodes, while it looks really cool, it's extremely hard to set up all the time to do the show like that all the time. So I wanted to change it to kind of simplify stuff, and so that I can be able to provide you guys with Rurikhan shows more consistently. Because this way I can actually be in front of my computer looking at comments and looking through stuff if I happen to forget anything while I'm doing the show, and we can all just relax a little bit. I'm sitting on my comfortable chair instead of sitting on the other chair, which is small and completely uncomfortable and nasty, so you guys can watch my monitors or whatever. But yeah. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Kind of tired of bitch, moan, and whine. So you guys are probably wondering, what the hell have you been up to through all this time, Rurikhan, apart from growing my epic dwarven beard? So I've been up to quite a lot these past few days. I mean, lots of stuff is happening at TGN right now. I know that I keep saying this. The problem is that I can't really discuss with you guys what's happening with TGN because, I mean, there's a lot of internal stuff going on right now, and internal stuff is supposed to remain internal, so I can't really tell you a whole lot about it. But let's speak a little about the Wildcards Weekly, because I know that a lot of you guys can't wait for the next Wildcards Weekly. The thing is, Chris is really busy with a lot of stuff that he's doing for TGN right now. I mean, most of the time, I'm like, hey, Chris, let's play a game. Let's do something. He's like, oh, I'm working on some art. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm like, oh, man. Whatever. Anyways, it's not just him, obviously. There are other times where it's the other way around. It's like, hey, Ruri, let's do something. I'm like, oh, dude, no, I'm working on this thing and that and the other. So, whatever. Basically, we're not syncing up quite well right now because there's lots of stuff happening. And god damn it, I keep saying lots of stuff and I'm not really at a liberty to discuss it. It's so annoying. So let's get that out of the way. Regardless, we're going to be changing the Wildcards Weekly name because obviously it ain't weekly now, is it? It's probably going to be called either the Wildcards Update or the Wildcards Report. Doesn't matter. And we're going to be bringing one to you. I'm not going to say soon, but there will be one coming eventually. So, lately, I've been working on mostly 3 games have been the stuff that I've been working most on lately. One of them is Dark Souls, which I've actually pre-ordered it. I've pre-ordered Dark Souls, that's right. You guys are going to be like, whoa, you're pre-ordering games? I thought your financial situation wasn't that awesome, and it isn't. But Dark Souls is just, must have. Must have Dark Souls. I cannot survive without Dark Souls. So yeah, Dark Souls is pre-ordered, and that's one of the games that I've been working on. In fact, I was hoping to do an interview with this guy who is big on the Dark Souls community. Problem is that he hasn't really gotten back to me yet. I know that he was moving apartments, so he's probably doesn't have internet yet. So it might still be a while before I get that interview going, although it will be amazing. I know that he wanted to do it, at least he told me he wanted to do it, was excited about it, but it's still not done, obviously, so I was hoping to get an interview with that guy. Regardless of that, you guys have seen probably my videos, and if you haven't, you guys need to go to my website and watch those motherfuckers. But yeah, I've made 3 videos where I shoot Demon Souls and explain the mechanics of Demon Souls, because a lot of people don't even know about Demon Souls, so they're not even expecting Dark Souls. They don't even know what Dark Souls is. So I made videos about that on the website. Those videos are on Rurikhan.com though, because they're not really solo modes, so to speak. So yeah, Dark Souls, What else? Also done some videos on Guild Wars 2 where I do a lot of the analysis of how they're planning on do the stuff. I got corrected by this guy on YouTube where I made one small mistake, whatever. The guy jumped on me, oh my god, you got it all wrong, it's all rage. And I was basically like, okay dude, why don't I'm going to invite you to make a video with me, and so that you can help me inform the community better. But of course, it just leads me to realize that a lot of people like to jump on you when you make mistakes, but nobody's actually willing to dedicate any time to help you fix them. So I just find that stuff to be extremely hilarious, because I really wanted to make a video with someone else, because not a whole lot of people know a whole lot about Guild Wars 2. I spent a whole lot of time researching their website in order to make the videos that I did. This one guy just gets there and says, oh my god, I got it all wrong, you need to read this website and this and this and this and do this. And I'm like, okay, so help me make my next video. And the guy just never got back to me. So I'm like, whatever. I mean, he had the chance to make a video with me. It was going to be posted on TGN, but he said no. So, I don't get it. People are just a little bit too sensitive about certain stuff. Regardless of that, the other videos I've been working on is something that you guys have been asking me, which is Diablo 3. So I know that a lot of you guys asked me for Diablo 3 content in the comments on my website. Lots of you guys said, you know, when Diablo 3 comes, you gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it. So basically, what I did was I had the opportunity to comment on some footage, even though it's not really me playing, unfortunately, but it's someone from Ruin Gaming playing. Big shout out to Ruin Gaming. Those guys are really being awesome for us, making lots of footage and helping us with lots of stuff. But yeah, so they gave me this footage of Monk gameplay and Demon Hunter gameplay, and they're gonna give me footage of the rest of the classes too. And I made all these videos analyzing that footage and giving commentary on that footage, and all that stuff is on my website up right now as well. So check that out if you haven't yet. There's Diablo 3 footage on my website. Okay? Check that out. Unfortunately, it's not me playing. I wish it was, but it's not. Now, let's get on to some community comments, shall we? I'm actually going through the website right now. Let's find a good little comment here. This one's by Tomux. Oh my god, these new League of Legends videos are funny. You will get pissed off even hearing the name of this game when you'll play it long enough. I've been playing it from the start and it just drives me crazy. You can play it very well, but if you've got a feeder on your team, you will still lose. By the way, nice videos. TGN started to become... Whoa! Not sure I'm going to read that. Oh my god. Basically, let's just say that Tomux doesn't like what TGN is becoming. Missed the WoW videos, but whatever. Good work overall. Oh, and watch this video by WoW Krendor, and if you can comment it on the next show. It's about why World of Warcraft is becoming bad and why it should be done to make better. Do you agree? Unfortunately, I don't have time to watch the video while I'm doing the show, but I definitely agree that World of Warcraft is becoming bad. I'm not sure if what WoW Krender is speaking about in that video, because I will be honest, I haven't watched it yet. I've been ridiculously busy. In fact, just to let you guys know, today I only slept like 4 hours. Because I'm going to bed at like 8 a.m., so there's like full daylight. But I'm like completely wasted out of my mind when I go to bed, right? So I go to bed and I fall asleep, but then if I happen to wake up like 2 hours later or 3 or 4 hours later, it's done. I just can't fall asleep anymore because there's daylight all over the fucking house. Doesn't matter how much you close the blinds or you close all your doors and lock yourself in complete darkness, there's always that little beam of light coming through and you're just like, oh, rage. I want to destroy the sun so that I can just get some goddamn sleep. But yeah, I mean, it's annoying because whenever the light comes in the house, I can't sleep for crap. And then there's also another annoying factor, which is, as you guys know, I have a cat. Unfortunately, my girlfriend forced me to have a cat. And what happens with that cat is that the cat likes to sleep in our room. So we have to leave the door open in case the cat needs to take a piss in the night. So if you leave your door open and your cat's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead, like at fucking, who knows, 10 a.m. or something, when I just got to bed, the cat's like, oh, I need to go take a shit. So the cat goes off and he opens up the door to our room, and he like goes off into the bathroom, but the son of a bitch doesn't close the door. Can you believe how much lack of consideration there is in a cat that he doesn't close the door? and then light comes through that door, and I'm like, oh crap, whatever. And you're lucky when the bastard doesn't go through the door and like rubs himself all over the door, opening it to an even wider angle where it's like direct sunlight in my face, and it's ridiculous. I realize that I'm going on a really goddamn wine fest here. Anyways, yeah, I do agree Tomuk's World of Warcraft is going to crap. Yeah, let's get another comment in here. From Kelly and Shappy Clap, basically both asking the same thing, but I'm going to read Kelly's comment, because Shappy Clap said, Ruri, where are you? And Kelly said, Ruri, oh Ruri, where art thou? That thou forgetst so long to speak of that which gives thee all thy might. Spendst thou thy fury on some worthless song, darkening thy power to lend base subjects light? Return, forgetful Ruri, and straight redeem in gentle numbers time so idly spent. I have no idea what that means because I was doing this artsy reading, and I suppose it basically means that I've been neglecting to view. I'm sorry. Let's see. Someone else. Been missing, again, Kelly, god damn it. Been missing your videos. I didn't notice about the live shows though. I almost had a heart attack when I found out all this time I had been missing out on them. I watched all the archives, all the archived ones in one sittings. I cancelled my Diablo 3 pre-order because of the auction house thing. Hey, I don't want to be responsible for no Diablo 3 pre-order cancellations because I've already said it. I'm even going to play it. I'm going to play Diablo 3. I do not like the fact of the auction house being the way it is, but I'm still going to be playing Diablo 3, mostly for professional reasons, but I'm still going to play Diablo 3, okay? It's not going to be like the old thing that it was in Diablo 2 where I was like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to grind that and I'm going to be like, no, I'm going to go through the story, finish the game or whatever, just like any other game. I'm not going to be like obsessed over it as I was completely obsessed over Diablo 2 because, I mean, the auction house does fucking break it. And I know that there's another comment in here further up ahead where we're going to be addressing the auction house in Diablo 3. So I'm gonna save my comments for that one. So, and actually that comment is coming up right next, but let's talk about something else. Something that actually leaves me a little bit more happy. So, I've also been, actually, let's not talk about something that leaves me happy. I need to get this out of my way at early on in the show. Let's talk about something that's really pissing me off. I'm gonna send a message straight to Apple. In fact, straight to friggin' Steve Jobs, despite the fact that he's already gone from Apple or whatever, or fired himself, left the company. I don't friggin' know. I mean, these things, they get lost in translation. Doesn't matter. So, let's talk about a little something from our friends at Apple. As you guys know, I use a Macintosh. Big fan of the Macintosh. Big fan of the OS X operating system. However, I have to tell you right here, right now, that lately I've been doing most of my video editing, my game playing, just about all of my work on the PC. And that is concerning because, yeah, I spent a lot of money on my Macintosh, and right now I'm actually using it right now to record the Rurikhan Show because it's a lot more convenient and it has a better web camera. But it is pissing me off the fact that I haven't quite been using it as much as I used to. And why, you might wonder. And you wonder, well, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the latest iteration of Apple's operating system reminds me of Windows Vista. You know that feeling you get when you have an operating system that's working just fine, like say Windows XP? Windows XP was working just fine. I remember back in the days I was using it, it was like, it's a cool operating system, it's working fine, no huge issues. It had issues in the first 2 years that it came out. But after a couple of service packs, after a couple of patches, it was running just fine, smoothly. And what Microsoft did, they went ahead and they released Windows Vista. And yeah, it was like basically Microsoft's like, oh, you like this cool operating system? Well, here's a bag of shit all over your face. You like that? I'm guessing you would reply no. So that's basically the same thing Apple did to me with OS X Lion. They're like, you like Snow Leopard? You like it? Is it cool? Is it a cool operating system? Well, here's a bag of shit. And they rub it all over my face. Now, the difference is when someone went from XP to Windows Vista, God knows how much they paid for it, like $200 or some shit like that. When you go from Snow Leopard to Lion, for me it was like 23 euros, which is like 30 bucks or something. And I'm not complaining about the price. The price seems about right. Problem is, the operating system is chock full of bugs. ScreenFlow doesn't work properly. Premiere doesn't work properly. Lots of my shit just crashes for no reason. Fucking Skype crashed on me like 10 times yesterday. It's ridiculous. It just crashes to no end. It pisses me off to no end. And here's the thing. Snow Leopard didn't crash for a damn thing. Okay? Snow Leopard did not crash at all. OS X Lion crashes like a motherfucker, and on top of that, they broke one of my favorite features in this operating system, Expose. They completely destroyed Expose. They're like, we're gonna give you mission control. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna launch a fucking rocket. I'm using an operating system, thank you very much. I don't need no goddamn mission control. I need my Expose. Give me my goddamn Expose. Screw all of this mission control. Mission control! This is a big deal! Expose, goddammit, it's supposed to be simple, user-friendly, and it's supposed to work. And now there's people all over the internet like, oh, but you can use it just like Expose. You press F3, and then you select your window, and then you do Control F3, and then you select the window that you want. And I'm like, well, what's the point of doing all those steps if before I could just press F3 and select the window I wanted, and that was that? I'm sorry, there's no such thing as an upgrade that requires you to press more keys and click the mouse more times to do the same thing you used to do with one key press and one mouse press. And that's all I'm going to say about that, and I'm going to just close this topic because I know that a lot of you don't care about my Macintosh ramblings. In fact, this is supposed to be about video games, so let's talk about video games. I just had to get that out of my chest. It was like hanging here like fucking Thor's hammer, just like crushing down my chest. Hey, chair, could you possibly make a little bit more noise? Thank you. The fuck is this? I'm trying to run a professional show here. No, seriously. Okay. Getting right back on topic. I've also been playing some games lately. Obviously, I mean, I have to keep on playing games in order to keep on making videos about video games. One of the games that I've played recently, which is, I would even call it the game of the show, because this was a game that I played, and I believe it was, I'm not sure if it was like for 2 or 3 days, and I finished the game like in normal mode in those 2 or 3 days. But here's the thing. As soon as I finished that game, a thought came to my head, and it immediately clicked. And when I finished that game, what it said was, to me, my thought, it told me, this is one of the best games you've played this year. Easy. Maybe even one of the best games you've played these past 2 years. Or 3. I don't know. It is such an amazing game that if you're even considering, if you even have the slightest interest in this game that I'm going to tell you the name right now, I'm just going to tell you, buy it. Right now, buy it. And if you don't want to buy it, I mean, you can also acquire it, whatever other form you want. That's none of my business, but I would say buy it, support the developers. Why? Because this game is fucking amazing. And I realized that I've been speaking for about 2 or 3 minutes saying how amazing this game is, and I still haven't told you guys the name. I'm building up the expectation. You guys want to know the name, don't you? Okay, the game is Bastion. I'm sorry, but that game is just so good. It is just so amazingly good that it deserves all this hype that I'm generating towards it. So, what is Bastion about? Okay, let's think about it like this. I mean, in order for you guys to relate with it easily, let's just say it's Diablo. It's not Diablo, but let's just say it's Diablo. So it's a game that is in the Diablo style. So as you can see, top-down perspective. You have your little character. And instead of being that whole dark atmosphere, though, none of that. It's a completely rich color palette game. Very arty. I mean, it's very artistic. I don't know which other way to put it. It's a very artistic game, and it's also a little bit more Twitch based than Diablo, because I mean in Diablo you can dodge certain projectiles, but there's no like skill to actively dodge stuff in Diablo 2. In this game you actually have those skills to dodge stuff, you know, and move around faster, and you know, basically that kind of basic stuff. And the game, instead of relying on having all these tons of different items, it actually focuses on, like, I'm not sure how many weapons you have. I think it's like 10 or 12 or something like that. And it focuses on those weapons because those weapons completely change your style of gameplay according to which weapon you decide to use. You got a big ass hammer, you have a repeating crossbow, you have a bow, you have a set of pistols. I mean, there's very diverse selection of weapons, and basically you play it in Diablo style. But the thing about that game is that, number one, everything that happens in the game is narrated. So there's like a narrator that kind of guides you through the game, and he tells you if you're doing stuff wrong or bad, but as in he's telling the story, as if he's telling the story. So let's say you fall down, and the guy would say, and then the kid fell down to his death. Nah, I'm just kidding. And then you show back up, and stuff like that. Basically, he narrates the story for you, and you get a lot of the information from the game from this narrator. And this is something that's happening to a lot of games. Some of them are moving to lots of voice acting, and other games are just, how should I put this? There's still games that basically still like to use a lot of text, right? Loads of text, like, okay, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna get this quest, and you're just like gonna sit back and like, okay, go over here, no, whatever. It's like, my aunt and my mother and my sister all got kidnapped and blah blah blah, and I'm so sad, and my kids are gonna die and starve and blah blah blah, and in order to fix this, if you could go ahead, go to this cave, and there's gonna be 10 boars there, and if you could go ahead and kill them, you're gonna save everyone. But at the end of the day, you're still just going to kill 10 boars. So some of the games out right now still have this system. Bastion doesn't. Bastion does it by saying, so this is what the kid did. And then as you make actions, basically he's going to report the actions that you've made, and he's going to tell you what you can do next, but in a storytelling mode. I don't know how I can describe this any better. So there's the narration style, which makes the game just amazing. There's the art direction of the game, which is also amazing. Then there's also the fact that as you're moving through the game, like, the world is forming as you're moving. I don't know exactly why they chose to do that, but that's a really cool way to show the world to you. So there's that. And then on top of that, there's something which I just can't get my mind over, which is this amazing soundtrack. It just clicks. It's like when you're playing this game and you're listening to the music that this game has, it's like this. It clicks. It's perfect. It fits together so freaking well that I don't even know I don't even know how they achieved this, but the music just clicks so well that I don't know. I can't describe it. You have to see it for yourself. So there's that soundtrack, and then there's the story. As you're going through the game, the story is being told through you. Like, at the start of the game, you know nothing about the story of this world. As you're going through the game, the story is being told to you, and it comes to this epic conclusion. And at the end of the game, you're going to have to make 2 choices, and it's just amazing. I'm not sure what happens if you pick the choices, not the ones that I haven't picked, because I only saw the choices that I picked. But basically the choices are really well made. It's not like, oh, you can be a douchebag or you can be a cool guy. No. It's like they really make you think. So these are good, valid, strong choices that you're gonna have to make at the end of the game. And you'll be like, what do you mean choices? There's no choices in this game when you're playing throughout the game. But trust me, when you get to the final levels, you're gonna get 2 choices to make, and those 2 choices just completely blew my mind on how the game ended up turning the events around. So anyways, I think I dedicated quite enough time to that. So something else I've been playing again is Guild Wars 1. You guys are going to be like, whoa, that's weird. Yeah, I've been playing Guild Wars 1. Why? Well, because I'm getting excited for Guild Wars 2. Like I told you, I've been working on some stuff for Guild Wars 2, and I got genuinely excited because I was working on the Guild Wars 2 stuff mostly for professional reasons, because I mean, I wanted to get the Guild Wars 2 show on TGN, you know, some more content. But when I was done analyzing it, I was like, I was genuinely interested in what they were doing for Guild Wars 2. It was ridiculous. I was just like going through it and I'm like, this is actually going to be an awesome thing if they implement all this stuff they're talking about. So yeah, Guild Wars 2. Amazing. So, you guys might want to check out the content on that. So basically, when I started playing Guild Wars again, I had already finished the Prophecies campaign and the Factions campaign. I never finished the Nightfall campaign, but I finished it recently in my live stream. So if you guys missed that, there's actually probably an archive, so you can go to twitch.tv/Rurikhan or whatever. I think there's a link somewhere on my website. You guys can check that out. I thought it was really cool playing Nightfall again. It's a game that seems to me that aged pretty well because the mechanics still work just fine. The game is looking really good. And as a present to myself, I bought Eye of the North, which is the final expansion. And what's going to happen is if you do stuff on Eye of the North and you get to this place called the Hall of Monuments, you're going to get all these bonuses with all this bonus stuff for Guild Wars 2. So that's one of the things that I'm kind of working towards, is getting a couple of items so when I start in Guild Wars 2, I can basically start with a bunch of items and ready to go. And I'm actually interested in knowing if you guys want me to do guides for you of about the stuff that you got to do to maximize the number of awards you're going to get. So let me know about that. Anyways, time to go right back onto the community. And now we have one from PJ Cricket. Hello, Rurikhan. Just wanted to leave a comment regarding Diablo 3. Indeed, on a first sight, that real money auction house may seem like a game destroyer. But according to Blizzard, you should be able to buy stuff using the in-game money as well and should never be obliged to use real money. I don't really know if they're going to be able to balance it, but like Athene says, it may be a good thing for people that are trying to make a living out of gaming. If you spend enough time playing, you can sell in-game gold or equipment for real money. Wouldn't you be pleased to make a living out of it, or just help to manage your actual situation? Concerning the fact that Blizzard seems to always want more money, it appears obvious to me that yes, but what gaming company wouldn't want to make more money out of their games if they could? You cannot blame Blizzard. They make the games but don't choose if they want to make money or not. No, I'm sorry, that statement is just wrong. What do you mean they make the games but they can't choose if they want to make money or not? Blizzard is a Californian company under the administration of a French group called Activision. Many World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2 players may even have their money invested in Blizzard through investment funds without even knowing it, and be part of the hungry shareholders that keep putting pressure to raise more profit. I work in the fund investment industry, by the way. May I remind you that World of Warcraft had the same issue with the Chinese farmers selling gold. Blizzard is just doing the process legal, and in my opinion, it may bring more benefits than drawbacks. Let's wait and see. Wish you all the best. Okay. I'm going to tear down your comment part by part. I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm just going to say I'm going to deconstruct your comment part by part, and I'm going to rebuttal everything that you say here. So, on the first sight, it seems that real money auction house may seem a game destroyer. It is. Believe me, it is. It doesn't seem like it. It is. You should be able to buy stuff using the in-game money as well and should never be obliged to use real money. You're wrong. According to the post they make, there's going to be two separate auction houses. There's going to be one for gold and one for real-life money. Unless this has been changed, because last time I checked it was still like like this, one auction house for real gold, one for real money. On the real money auction house, you can only buy stuff for real money. On the gold auction house, you can only buy stuff for real gold. So here's the thing, and here's the major thing that pisses me off about all this. Here's the thing. I'm a gamer, right? I'm not an accountant. I'm not someone who's good at doing all these ridiculous trades. And I realize that to some people, there's a mini game of this stuff. There's like, ooh, I'm good at managing the auction house and doing this and that and the other. Actually, I'm sorry, I need to... And like I was saying, I'm not an accountant or someone who is awesomely good at managing the auction house. And I don't want to have to be. But you will have to be. Otherwise, you're going to get tricked by these people. Because you're going to have to find out what's the worth of gold translated into real money currency. Then you're going to have to go to the real money auction house, check the prices of stuff. Then you're going to have to go to the gold auction house, check the prices of gold. Then you have to go to the real money auction house, check the prices of which they're selling gold for real money. So basically, you're going to have to process both these auction houses and figure out what's the best deal, because now real money is involved. You can lose real money. It's like they say, oh, you're never gonna lose real money when you play Diablo 3 because you can just use the in-game currency or whatever. That's the same thing as saying if you go to a casino and you win a jackpot, it's okay because it's all fake chips. No, it's not. It's real money. So if I play Diablo 3 and I get this amazingly unique item, that's real money. I'm going to have to justify myself. Why do I want to use this on my character? This is worth money. I can get money for this item. Why would I want to use it on a character? I don't. I want to sell it. I want to make money. Of course, I would like to make a living out of it, but I mean, it's not right. It's a game. I mean, seriously, it's so wrong on so many levels that it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I know that all about those parallel markets you used to have in Diablo 2. I know all about the parallel markets you used to have in World of Warcraft. But games used to stand for something. They used to stand for you play for fun. But every single time in Diablo 3 that I get a unique item or a real powerful item, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be like, I'm not sure if I want to use this item. I want to sell it. I want to make a buck. And I don't think that's a good thing. And there's no spin-off that anyone can give me that's going to make me feel good about that. I mean, I'm going to be playing my barbarian, all of a sudden, like, the best armor in the game drops. And I'm like, I'm not going to use that. Why? It's worth 200 bucks. Why the fuck would I use an armor that's worth 200 bucks? I'm going to sell it. And that's the way a lot of stuff is going to work on Diablo 3. A lot of people aren't going to be using the best items, they'll sell them. And guess what? Blizzard's going to make a lovely buck out of it. But anyways, let's move on to another section of your comment. Theme says it might be a good thing for people that are trying to make a living out of gaming. I disagree. If you want to make a living out of gaming, you need to be going to tournaments and winning your money that way. Being really awesome at the game, not being lucky enough to find a ridiculous item, because I mean, if you're basing your living out of a luck situation, not a good idea. Concerning the fact that Blizz always seems to want more money, it appears obvious to me that yes, but what gaming, yeah, you're right, they want more money. I mean, there's just one thing which I consider: how many lines are you willing to cross to make that money? When does it end? Because, I mean, pretty soon they might as well send people to my house with machine guns to take my money away. When does it end? You cannot make Blizzard. They make games but don't choose if they want to make money or not. That's wrong. They do choose if they want to make money or not. And I know all about this thing where a lot of people like to paint Activision as the bad guys. It's like, oh, it's not Blizzard's fault. Blizzard's all good. Blizzard can do no wrong. It's Activision. The evil Activision. They're so evil. That is like the perfect excuse that allows Blizzard to keep on getting away with doing whatever they want to do. because everyone will see that, oh no, it's just Activision. Blizzard, no, they would never do this. This is Activision. That's bullshit. Blizzard has complete control over their products. Activision does not pressure Blizzard to do anything. Okay? Anything. Blizzard does whatever the hell they want. And now they have this invisible Activision shield around them because everyone will blame Activision for everything that Blizzard does wrong. No, I'm sorry. It's a Blizzard mistake, and Blizzard needs to be held accountable for it, not Activision. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I mean, basically what happens is Diablo 3, it's the competitive... there's so many wrong things with that auction house. I mean... Apart from the stuff that I've already told you, there's also the fact that, let's say, what about ladders? How fair are ladders going to be when basically someone has more money than someone else? Let's say that I'm the best Diablo 3 player in the world, which is not true, but let's say that I am, okay? I am the best Diablo 3 player in the whole fucking world, and I'm the best at playing barbarians. Okay, let's just hypothetical situation. And basically, I get my character, I start leveling, boom, 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 boom. This guy, there's another guy, let's just picture this. There's another guy who's a spoiled little brat, and his father gives him money for whatever the fuck he wants. And this little brat grabs his little creates a little barbarian, and he plays for a little while. He's like, oh, daddy, this game is so much fun. There's an auction house, and I can buy items, blah, blah, blah. So his little daddy suits his barbarian up with an armor of own your face, a hammer of smash your ass, and yeah, something like that. So while I'm like at level 20 in my fucking blue gear, this kid at level 20 already has like all this epic and fucking yellows and blues and a fucking full set. What do you think is going to happen in the ladder? You think my skill is going to matter? You think? You really do? Versus this guy's gear. Have my doubts. Have my doubts. I mean, we've seen how World of Warcraft works. It's like, oh what, you got 1,000 more resilience than me? You won. Sorry, it's over, you won. So, yeah, basically, that's ladder. I'm not sure how it's going to work in PvP, but if they allow you to sell items in the PvP situation, no comments there. I mean, seriously, what's the point of even having a PvP scenario if it's basically whoever has the biggest wallet wins? So that's all I gotta say about that. Let's see. Let's see another community comment. Let's see what I can find. Hey Rurik, oh again, this is Diablo 3 auction house, might as well get all of these out of the way. Concerning the Diablo 3 auction house, what I understand from Blizzard's releases that they will not sell items. The items sold over the auction house will be sold exclusively by players. Thus it would give you an option to actually do something with the drops that you can't equip on your character. Like for example, in Diablo 2, get Tyrael's Might Templar Armor, one of the rarest drops in the game. You couldn't do much with it. It was mostly a vanity item since rune words were so damn powerful. Back then, you used to sell these items for rare runes. But what if you could have sold it via auction house for the real money? Actually get something out of your 40-50 hours of farm. Of course, D2 BattleNet system back then used to reset every 6 months, if I remember right, and you would lose everything you had, so buying items for real-life money could be kind of pointless. There will probably be an auction house cut, similar to the one in World of Warcraft, that would actually go to Blizzard's e-wallet, but that is more of a deterrent for those that would just try and sell all kinds of junk items for real money. Yeah, I know, it's not the one who asks for money that is stupid, but the one who actually pays them. So bottom line, if I understand the release wrong, since I only skimmed it once, I apologize. But then I find a revulsion towards Diablo 3 Brethren. Justified. Hope you read this huge ass comment and like it or dislike it, approve or disapprove. Keep those barrels rolling. This is from Droid. So, a lot of the stuff I already answered in the previous comment. But regarding the fact that they will not sell items, yeah, they don't need to sell items. They're not even going to bother selling items. But then again, here's another thing that's very important. Blizzard also stated in World of Warcraft that you will never have to pay more than the $15 monthly fee to play World of Warcraft and to get everything you can out of the game. And it's like, oh wait, except for this little sparkle pony over here. This one you gotta pay more for. Oh, and this one too. And this pet. And this pet over here is for charity. I'm sorry. Come again? I thought at like $15 a month and I can have access to everything in a game that I'm paying for every fucking month. Oh wait, I guess that's kind of all out the window once you figure out that you can actually make millions and billions of dollars out of a goddamn sparkle pony. No, I'm sorry, but I don't believe Blizzard anymore to that point. I don't believe that they will not sell items. It's going to actually come out like an excuse like, oh, we've noticed that the economy in Diablo is kind of stagnant because these types of items aren't appearing enough in the game. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to basically put these items in the auction house for you so that you guys can go ahead and buy them. On the real money auction house, mind you, not the gold one. But even if it is the gold one, it doesn't matter because gold translates into real money anyways. So if Blizzard makes gold in the game, they can sell gold. Who knows? And here's the thing, you guys are like, oh, Blizzard's not going to sell. Who knows what Blizzard's going to do? I mean, a Blizzard GM can basically go to the auction house and is like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and list 10 million gold for my personal PayPal account. Who's going to know? Who's going to know? Seriously? Who's going to know? Nobody's going to know. I can do that. So, yeah, there's so much more to this auction house than people realize. I mean, it's a ridiculous idea. It doesn't matter how hard you try to paint it viable. There is no way. There's no way that this will ever be like a proper competitive game, because it's basically, and this is what it is at the very root of all this system, okay? This game is going to become pay to win. And that's that. I don't care how you want to paint it, it's going to become pay to win. If someone else can grab this thing over here, and have any kind of advantage over me, it's pay to win. You know something? League of Legends is a free-to-play game. Okay, free-to-play. And you can buy certain stuff on League of Legends for real money. Okay, you can buy stuff like you can buy champions, you can buy experience boosts, you can buy IP boosts. Yeah, you can buy lots of stuff with game. There's something in League of Legends that gives players a little bit of an edge when it comes to playing League of Legends. And that would be runes and masteries. Now, masteries you have to level up to get them, so you can't buy masteries. Runes, however, you can buy runes, but they specifically do not allow you to buy runes for real money. You can only buy runes with game points that you win by winning games. So here's the thing. Even League of Legends, where something like a rune is... It doesn't even shift the balance by that much. It's like a millimeter. It's like a millimetric little thing that you can barely feel. Okay? I'm talking about like stuff like... There's some of the runes I have is like gives you 0.065 mana regeneration every 5 seconds. Okay? 0.065. This much, and even despite it's that little bit of an advantage, they're like, I'm sorry, we're not compromising. You can't buy these for real money. You have to play the game in order to buy these. You have to actually be a skilled player in order to get these. And that's something I can respect, because it's a game that operates solely on money transactions, and they still don't compromise to the point of giving someone a competitive edge for real money. Okay? Diablo 3 is not going to do that. Anyways, I'm going to take a break from the community comments and get back to moi. What else have I been up to? I finished Assassin's Creed 1, just like I said I would. I've actually finished it on the live stream, on the TGN live stream. Not sure if you guys were watching it or not, but I finished it there. Cool game. Didn't really felt the story was amazing. A lot of people told me, oh, it's an amazing story. You're going to see everything's going to get revealed. And I'm like, yeah, not really. It's basic, and it's extremely repetitive, and you can see the ending of the game like miles away. Miles before you even get to the ending. You can feel what the game is building up to and what the ending is going to be, basically. So it's a good game nonetheless, and since I got it on a discount on Steam, like I bought it for like $6 or something, I felt it was a good purchase, and I got to know the rest of the story. And next up, I'm going to be finishing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, for sure. Let's see, what else? Also played Resonance of Fate. Really cool game. Not sure if you guys are interested in watching it or not. I might have put a couple of videos on my personal channel for it, because I thought they're going to get a whole lot of views if I put them on TGN Central, because the game is actually quite old. But it is a really cool game. It's like think Final Fantasy, but with actual tactical positioning instead of the whole, here's 5 of us, we're the good guys, here's 5 of them, they're the bad guys. No, there's actually some tactical positioning options. And it's a mixture of real-time and turn-based combat. And I'm just going to put this out there. Machine guns, pistols, and crazy acrobatics. So yeah, I like Resonance of Fate a lot. So it's a cool game. I played it. It's looking really hot. Also been playing some Uncharted 2 with Hengist. In case you guys don't know, Hengist is another TGN director. I'm going to be making a couple of videos about that. In fact, we have one that is ready to be uploaded. It's just I've been so busy the past couple of days uploading Diablo 3 footage that it kind of got backlogged. But it will eventually come out on either on TGN or in one of our channels. Regardless, it will find its way onto Rurikhan.com, so make sure to stay tuned for it there. Also, obviously, been playing League of Legends. Why wouldn't I be? League of Legends? Are you kidding me? Awesome game. Now you guys are wondering, oh, where's all your League of Legends videos? Well, commenting a League of Legends video is hard, because they are long and there's not a proper replay tool. I mean, there's the League of Legends replay, but it's not really that good. I don't like using it at all. I almost rather do live commentary, so I gotta do some live commentaries on it, since I seem to be completely unable to get proper League of Legends commentaries going on, but whatever. So you guys might be wondering, so what are you running these days? Gragas, Garen, Pantheon? Neither. I am running Alistar. And you guys, whoa, what's up with that? Alistar? And I'm like, yep. I run Alistar. And the build that I make is a build that not a whole lot of people recognize even, but it's basically a build that buffs my teammates. I get all the items that give buffs to my teammates. Like I start out with, not even sure of the name, I think it's Soul Shroud, whatever. It's basically that yellow armor that reduces everyone else's cooldowns by 10% and gives everyone like mana regeneration. I start with that. Then I get the boots that run really fast when you're not in combat for a while, so that I can get to places really fast, which is extremely important with Alistar to get to team fights faster. After that, I get the Aegis of the Legion to buff everyone with that. And after that, usually the build will diverge. It will either be defensive items for myself to survive longer in the fights. If we're doing fine in the fights, I might go for an offensive item, like let's say if my team is mostly AP, I will go for the Will of the Ancients, which is an item that gives everyone 30 AP and Spell Vamp. If my team is mostly AD, I will go for Stark's Fervor to give everyone Life Leech, Life Regeneration, and attack speed. If I just need more tanking stuff, usually I try to get the Banshees. And if there's some really kick-ass AD in the enemy team, I go obviously for Thornmail. And I might also get Force of Nature at some point if stuff starts going wrong. And those are usually the items I try to go for. So yeah, I'm playing Alistar, and I'm loving it. Okay, what else we got to speak about? Yeah, released recently in Europe, Vindictus. I started playing it yesterday. I'm wondering if you guys are interested in watching videos about that. It's a cool little game. I've been playing it. Even though it seems to be a little bit basic, like the gameplay at the end of the day seems that it's going to be basic because it's like kind of the same combos over and over again. I'm not sure if it develops any more than that. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see videos on that. And let's get right back into a couple more community comments. Kelly says, with the real money on the auction house, again, this is Diablo 3 auction house, it will encourage bots, not to mention that Blizzard are taking a cut of the auction house. That will, what will it be? We don't know, but I imagine it won't be small. Bots will flood the market. Sure, you can hide your head in the sand and pretend it's not a big issue, but knowing the majority of people will be paying to win is not something I look for in a game. And I know people still do so in Diablo 2, but it does not change the fact that so many more will do so now. That is correct. Easy E20, do you plan on trying Heroes of Newer since it's now free to play? I tried it. I hate it. Thy Slayer. Hey Rui, would you advise people to play League of Legends? And yes, I understand what you're saying about Blizzard. They are milking us for all we have. It's getting to the point of most players going bankrupt, so I'm thinking of quitting World of Warcraft. Would you advise League of Legends? Well, Thy Slayer, what can I say? It depends on what you did in World of Warcraft and what you expect out of League of Legends. League of Legends is purely a PvP game, okay? There's no PvE in League of Legends. It's an arena type game, and basically you're going to be playing against other players most of the time, and it's a really fun game. I have to tell you, I love League of Legends, but if you don't like PvP, you probably won't like League of Legends, but it's one of the best competitive experiences that you can get right now is League of Legends. I love League of Legends. I think it's an amazing game. I recommend it. And here's the thing about League of Legends. It's a free-to-play game. The only thing it's going to take from you, it's the time to try it out. So try it out for yourself and find out if you like it or not. But me, personally, I recommend League of Legends to everyone. It's an amazing game. Okay, let's see, who else? Shappy Clap commented on my All Odds Castle Blight project video. I was so awesome, laughed so hard. Every time I'm watching 25 minutes, 25 seconds, I'm cracking up. So awesome vid, dude. So glad to see your vids back here again. I missed you. No homo. And by the way, good that you are posting vids on your website, not just on YouTube. Hard to find them all when they are on the TGN channels. I see what you did there. It is hard to find videos in the TGN channels, and I will keep putting up all of the videos that I make for TGN are going to be on my website always. I know I said the start of this on the other comment, did press enter by mistake and had to make another comment. Something you maybe should do is make it that people can be able to remove your own comments. Don't worry about it. It's okay if you comment more than once. This is a good one. Lived gloriously, died heroically. Hey Rui, watching you since crazy car driving commentary, man. I don't know if it's just me, but you were way better before you joined TGN. Lots and lots of vids. I saw only 2 to 3 vids from you on TGN Central this month. Is it just me, or are you just slowing down? However, I wish you'd keep doing the good old job as before, not referring to WoW, referring to all the other games you review. It might seem that I'm doing less videos, but I'm actually doing quite a lot more. The problem, however, is that there's so much people posting on TGN Central right now that it's hard for you probably to see my own videos, which is why I'm posting everything on my website. I mean, just yesterday I posted like, what, 5, 6 videos? I don't know. I posted a whole bunch of stuff yesterday because I'm not updating stuff regularly. It's hard. I'm trying to update as often as possible, but sometimes it's just hard. But I am making lots of videos, and I'm going to be making more. But the thing is that the videos that I post on TGN Central usually have to be for popular games, because otherwise it's pointless. They just get buried and get no views. So I haven't been doing as many videos in regards to, let's say, older games that I used to do, because I just do recent stuff like Guild Wars 2, like Diablo 3, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to be changing that. I'm going to be just posting other stuff on my channel too, on YouTube and on my website and all that stuff. So I'm going to be making more videos, but you'll probably just need to come to my website, check them out, okay? But thanks for the comment. I appreciate the feedback. Let's see. Hey Ruri, I didn't catch URL for the live stream. You should put it in the writing in the corner of the video so people can just see it. I think you said it a bit fast. Dude, I know of an easier way. Go to rurikhan.com and there's a link there in the sidebar. Just look for the section of the links in the sidebar. There's a link there to the live stream. Now from ODW, who is someone I actually advised to get League of Legends. Hey Ruri, first I have checked out League of Legends and it was really great. I'm only at level 8 though, but it's really funny. I also get that I need to play the character to know what's best for me. I think Heroes of Newerth video is a good idea but not necessary, because League of Legends Heroes of Newerth seem to have a lot in common. Now the Diablo 3 auction house, it's insane. I mean, real life money, come on. I'm still going to check out Diablo 3 and I hope it's not a game destroying issue. I hope we can play LOL sometimes and I'm going to add you. My name is of course ODW, so you know, who knows, I might give you a Swedish meatball sandwich. Keep up the good work and get some money, man. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh yeah, someone linked my live stuff. Oh, sweet, Callie, love you. I love it when someone in my community basically participates and gives someone else an answer to something they've asked on my website. So check the website regularly, and if you can help out other people, please do. Thank you very much, Kelly. I love you. No homo. Thanks a lot, dude. He linked my live stream to the guy that was asking it. Tommy says, don't try Han. That game is a clone of Dota that has only better graphics. LOL is better than Han. It's not me saying it. Not me saying it. All I gotta say. What else? Kelly says, God, I'd love to watch you play Skyrim. There are so many options on how to play this game. I'm going to get it myself, but it's always awesome to watch others play these types of sandbox games because people always play them differently. Okay, so here's the thing. This is actually something that I was forgetting to talk about, because I don't usually like to talk a lot about this particular issue, because here's the thing. A lot of people that make a living online and making videos or making blogs or something like that, they like to ask for donations all the time, right? I mean, seriously, I've watched a whole bunch of shows, and I'm not going to name them, and I'm not even going to say that the shows are bad, but I just think that it's not a good thing when you're constantly reminding people, remember to donate, donate to me, donate this, donate that, donate the other. No. Here's the thing. I don't like to request for donations because I don't think that my audience should be directly paying so that I can keep doing what I'm doing. So that's one thing that I just want to get straight out of the way before I mention what I'm going to say next. I don't like asking for donations. I expect, I don't expect, but ideally, I would be supported by ads on my videos so that everyone could get all my stuff for free, okay, for free, so that nobody has to pay for anything to watch my stuff or to watch me do videos online, or to get me to make more videos or something like that, right? So, now that we got that out of the way, here's the thing. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to play Skyrim, because there's already a lot of games that I want to play that are higher up on my priority list. One of them being Dark Souls. I'm definitely going to be playing Dark Souls. The other one, Guild Wars 2. I'm definitely going to be playing Guild Wars 2. There's the off chance that I might have to play Star Wars The Old Republic. Not sure yet. There's the off chance. There's a game that I know Chris really wants me to play with him, and it would be a really awesome addition for the Wildcards, which is Battlefield 3. Okay, now look. I just said 4 games. And remember, I'm not making money right now on a monthly basis yet. So just look at this. 4 games. For someone who's not making money on a monthly basis. This particular game I've already pre-ordered. It's 49 euros, which equals $60, more or less. This is a Dark Souls. Guild Wars 2, probably going to be the same. 49 euros, which means $60, more or less. Star Wars The Old Republic, I'm really struggling not to get this one, but if I end up having to get it, that's going to be another 49 euros, $60. Battlefield 3 is actually going to be 41 euros, I believe, if I pre-ordered it from play.com. So basically, if you see just over here, there's around 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 50? 120, 180, 200. There's only like $230 in here just of games. If I'm to add Skyrim to that, which is a game that I really want to play, I really do want to play Skyrim. But I mean, I can't afford all these games. I really can't. There's like no choice. I can't afford all these games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you in this particular video, and I'm not sure if I'll mention it again. If you guys think I should mention it again in other Rurikhan shows so that more people are aware of it, tell me in the comments that you believe that I should mention it again, because here's the thing. I don't want to be one of those guys that is known throughout the whole internet who's like, oh, that guy asks for donations all the motherfucking time. I don't want that. So if you guys tell me in the comments that I should say this that I'm about to say more often, I might do it in every Rurikhan show. I'll mention this once. But that's that. But you guys have to tell me that you want me to do it. I'm not going to do this more than once. What I was going to say is that if you guys want me to play a specific game that I'm not planning on that you don't know if I'm planning on playing or not, here's what, oh yeah, I forgot a game. How could I forget? I forgot Diablo 3. I'm going to have to buy Diablo 3 too. That's another $60 right there. So it's actually $300 more or less now, once you add Diablo 2 in the mix. Shit, I forgot Diablo 3. I can't believe I even forget about that game. It's like, oh, it's just Diablo 3. It's not like it's a big deal. But anyways, what I was saying is, if you guys want me to play a specific game and you're willing to donate, what you got to do is send me a donation to rurikhan@gmail.com, which is my PayPal address. Send me a donation there. You don't have to pay for the whole game. Just send a donation of whatever you want and tell me, this donation is for this game. Okay? And I will basically make a page where it says, this amount has been donated for this game. Okay? And once I get to a point where I can buy the game, I'll buy it. Whatever the game it is you guys want me to play, if you donate for it and I get enough money for it, I'll buy it. And once I buy it, I'll make videos for it. And that's a promise. So, if you guys think I should mention this more often in Rurikhan shows, tell me in the comments. Otherwise, I'll never mention this again. Okay? So, I was just saying this because Kelly said he'd love to watch me play Skyrim, but it's probably not going to happen because I can't afford Skyrim with all the other shit I have to buy. Kelly also said in the Director There series, Lamau, this stuff is so funny it makes my ribs hurt. Makes your ribs hurt, huh? Let's see, what else? I think I'm actually going to have to cut this one through here. I'm going to try to pick up a couple more comments on the next one. But I mean, this show is already quite big enough. I'm not even sure how many sections I'm going to have to divide this in. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Rurikhan show. Stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace! Episode of episode of the for this